This has been brought up by other folks, and this conversation happened over a year ago, but I still want to highlight Jeselnik talking to Theo Von here about the art of comedy. I think it really gets to the heart of the difference between pushing boundaries and cruelty profiteering. Thank you so much to the patrons who support this channel. It means a lot to me to have you. If you'd like to watch my videos ad-free and support what I'm doing here, I would love that. Link below. You can also support me by reading my books and watching my films. If you enjoy them, I'd love to know, and if not, I also accept lies. I've made a video about Jeselnik and his comedy before, which I will also share. But in short, I think the amount of obvious care that he takes with his jokes give him license to explore very dark material while maintaining rapport with the audience. It's a very different thing than just being shocking and calling it comedy. Jeselnik was on Von's podcast, which is called This Past Weekend, episode 466, link to that below. The thought is based around a quote which Jeselnik attributes to Andy Warhol, although the quote is slightly wrong and there's some question whether Warhol was the one who said it. Here's the quote as mentioned by Jeselnik.
Art is getting away with it.
The actual quote appears like it might have been by Marshall McLuhan, a Canadian philosopher who studied media theory.
Well, that's funny because I happen to have Mr. McLuhan right here.
That quote was, "Art is any way you can get away with." It's a subtle difference, but the point that Jeselnik is making is, well, I'll let him say it.
Hi, it's me, from later. I had a fairly lengthy poll quote in here where Jeselnik is saying exactly what we're talking about, and I'm gonna paraphrase the quote really fast. If you want to hear the whole quote in its original form, just follow the link below to Theo Von's podcast. I'm paraphrasing here, but he thinks that comedians feel that it's part of their job to get in trouble, but they don't want pushback. And that's why he's quoting Warhol and saying, art is getting away with it. He says, you know, if you put on a special and everyone's pissed, then you didn't get away with it. You know, you need to make everyone laugh. And people should have the feeling that, yeah, this person talked about some really crazy stuff, but we're all happy and we all went with him. That's getting away with it. You know, otherwise you're just a troll. So that's me paraphrasing Jeselnik. You can hear him say the whole thing on Von's podcast if you follow the link below. And thank you and good night.
This idea that being a comedian is licensed to explore how big a troll you can be is insane to me. I think it's fueled by a lot of factors, not least of which being social media's engagement economy, which allows people to monetize trollness. If you want to get dark, in my opinion, you also have to get crafty. Now again, for more on that, I have a whole video comparing Jeselnik to quantum mechanics, but the upshot is the importance of craft, and that's what I think we can learn from Jeselnik's work. Just saying the F slur is not art, it's just being an asshole. Comedy should be spreading joy. Now yes, it can get mean sometimes when people deserve it, but somehow it's been co-opted into basically just being cruel all the time. Now I'll grant you that's easier than being funny, but art isn't supposed to be easy. It comes down to this. Comedy is speech, and speech is powerful. People who wield power should do so carefully. If you can't do that, you suck at it. If you can, but don't, you're being an asshole. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe, and maybe jump on the Patreon if you want to help me make more. And if you want to talk about comedy writing with people who are trying to do it in a constructive way, we also have a Discord channel.